Hello, my name is Jordan Lally. I am a meditation teacher, a mental health advocate, and a musician. I'm a singer-songwriter for a band called The Big Infinite. We've been touring and releasing music for well over a decade. I am a meditation teacher and founder of an organization called the Ed Lally Foundation. We advocate for a proactive approach to mental health through research-based practices of self-awareness and self-expression. My interest in mental health started back in 2014 when I lost my dad, who was also my best friend. I lost my dad to a battle with clinical depression that culminated in suicide. And that loss was a wake-up call for me in a variety of ways. Most notably, it was just a wake-up call to my own struggles with mental health, my own struggles with depression and social anxiety, for which up until that time I had been doing everything in my power to ignore and avoid, and instead preoccupying myself with putting a perfect version of myself out into the world. My dad had chosen a similar strategy for most of his life, and I really saw how that worked out for him, and I knew I needed to change a course. And so it started almost instantly. I began to be open and honest, beginning with his eulogy and carrying over in countless conversations from that day forward. And then I also, the day after his funeral, I started a dedicated daily practice of meditation. Both truth and meditation have become cornerstones of my life, transformed my experiences of depression and anxiety, and ultimately have extended over into my professional life, where my bandmates and I now primarily use our music in service of mental health awareness and suicide prevention. The centerpiece of that outreach is a program called The Power of Expression. It's basically a storyteller's concert where we visit schools and community organizations, and we share openly and honestly about our struggles, as well as our various roads that we've traveled to healing. And the overarching message of The Power of Expression is that you are not alone with your ups and downs, and that together we have the power to heal. This was a challenging program to initiate initially because it was challenging just to stand up in front of people and be vulnerable and say, hey, even in this moment right now, I'm giving this speech, I'm shaking inside. I'm trembling. I'm feeling tremendously anxious, or to go venture into the past and share about, stories of depression and jealousy and, all these normal human emotions that we all experience. But to stand up in front of a room full of people where in years past, I was just this confident front man, or at least trying to put that front on, and really take the polar opposite approach was really challenging initially. But over the years, we've been doing The Power of Expression, probably 5 or 6 years. Over the years, what was first the most challenging ultimately became the most rewarding part, because my vulnerability and my bandmates DJ and Andre, their vulnerability, it really serves as an invitation to other people. And more often than not, after we do The Power of Expression, no matter if we're at a school or an event for the military or other groups of adults, more often than not, after the program, people will come up to us and they will share their personal stories of struggle, their ups and downs, their challenges, their attempts of suicide, all that sort of stuff. And it is a powerful moment of connection and catharsis, and a reminder for us that we are not alone. And so our intention to do The Power of Expression is to tell folks that they're not alone. And ultimately, it kind of comes full circle afterwards when people share with us and remind us that we're not alone. So that's really what The Power of Expression is all about. We're excited to share it with in conjunction with the Empty Hourglass, and so very much looking forward to it. Artwork, creative expression obviously is at the centerpiece of Empty Hourglass, and it's also at the centerpiece of the Big Infinite, our band, and our Power of Expression program. Artwork can be so, our art of all forms can be so powerful and really reach deep beneath sometimes these mental walls that we put up. It can sort of slip past those walls and touch us in a deep place. And I can remember for me, one piece of art that was particularly moving to me was a song by a singer-songwriter named Damian Rice, and the song is called Trusty and True, and it's about a 7-minute song, and to me it distills every single thing that I've ever needed to know, every reminder that I've ever wanted to hold on to about forgiveness, about compassion, about self-love. And the first time I heard that song, it moved me to tears. And I have used it as a meditation in and of itself for probably 7-8 years now. I'll just sit down and listen to it whenever I'm feeling like I'm in the midst of a struggle. And it continues to move me and to remind me of everything that maybe I've forgotten of in that moment. So Thank you so much for this time, and I look forward to visiting with all of you and sharing the power of expression.